What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Triple Money Event Week as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for April 8th through April 14th, 2021. The current casino podium vehicle is the Dinka Ballista Conjo. The overall design of the Conjo is primarily based on the Honda Civic Type R EK9. It released about a year ago with the Diamond Casino Heist update and normally costs about $600,000 with its normal price and about $400,000 with its trade price. This vehicle is in the compact car class and has one of the highest top speeds in that class, although the BF Club is a lot faster in pretty much every way. But again, that's mainly due to the front wheel drive configuration of the Conjo, which really doesn't agree too well with the GTA physics. However, it does handle better in my opinion than its modern counterpart, which is the Segoy. So anyways, for those of you who originally paid full price for the Conjo and are not happy about it being on the podium, you can still take the one you originally purchased and sell it for about $480,000, depending on your upgrades and how much you paid for it originally. So, is the Conjo worth attempting to win by spinning the lucky wheel over and over this week? Well, considering this thing's normal price, which I personally feel is way too high for a Honda Civic, I highly recommend trying to get it off the wheel this week. So, starting off with the property discounts, we have 40% off the high-end apartments and these stilt houses, which is awesome. So for those of you who want to move some of your apartment locations around or acquire new ones, especially if you're newer to the game, this is a great opportunity to get these apartments at a very good deal. Moving on to vehicle discounts, we have 30% off the Cheetah Classic. So this car is in the Sports Classics class and is one of the fastest in that class around most tracks. Most people use the Turismo Classic, but the Cheetah Classic is a lot smoother over bumpy roads. The customization and styling are very good on this car as well. It's just an overall great car that I highly recommend buying if you currently don't own one. Moving along, we have 40% off the Casco. So this car is in the Sports Classics car class as well. However, it pretty much has no visual customization and its speed really isn't all that great in comparison to most of the Sports Classics vehicles. It's a pretty good looking car in its stock form, but not having visual customization really affects its value in my opinion. Moving on to the Southern San Andreas website, we have 40% off the Omnis. So this car is in the sports car class and used to be one of the better cars for rally style races, but that has definitely changed over the years with newer rally cars that perform a lot better like the Flash GT and the Issy Sport. But overall, I still think it's a great driving experience and a good rally car to own. Next up, we have 100% off the Tropos Rally, making it absolutely free this week, which is quite surprising, and delivery options for it are free as well. So this car is pretty much the same story as the Omnis in terms of performance, but I personally prefer the looks of the Tropos. It's an awesome little car for sure. Make sure to get it for free before this event week ends. Next up, we have 40% off the Dune. Keep in mind that this is a Pegasus vehicle and it has no customization, but it's still a ton of fun to mess around with in free mode. I personally love the Dune. It's pretty top heavy, so it likes to go on two wheels a lot, allowing you to kind of do a lot of cool two-wheeled stunts. Just a fun all-around vehicle, but again, it has no customization. Moving on to the Warstock website, we have 30% off the Vapid Winky. So this one is of course in the off-roads class. This little Jeep has amazing customization options with great detail both inside and out. It's a very cool vehicle to own in my opinion, although it's not very fast and is a pretty bad off-roader, but I feel it's more of something you own to customize and look at rather than off-road with. Next up, we have 40% off the Insurgent Pickup Custom. Now the reason it says free for me is because Rockstar actually had it as a holiday gift a few years ago, and I already owned it then, so I couldn't claim it for free, but that's why it always says free for me. But I'll put the discounted price here so you can see. But anyways, this thing is a Pegasus vehicle, but if you bring it into your Avenger or your MLC, you can convert it into the Insurgent Pickup Custom, which makes it a personal vehicle. It's just an amazing personal vehicle, one of my favorite turreted vehicles in the game. Tons of armor, that amazing gun on top, just an overall great vehicle to own. And lastly, we have 40% off the regular Insurgent. So this has to be one of the most legendary vehicles in the game, Almost everyone loves the Insurgent because of its amazing armor and auto capability. It's just a great vehicle to own all around in my opinion, and one I highly recommend if you can't afford the Insurgent Pickup Custom. So that's it for vehicle discounts. I think Rockstar did a very good job this week in terms of variety and quantity, although we didn't see any aircrafts on sale this week, but other than that, there's a lot of great vehicles on sale this week. In terms of weapon discounts, we have 50% off the Mark II weapons, which is awesome. So the Mark II weapons can get pretty expensive, so for those of you who have held off on buying some of them, or you're newer to the game, now you can get them at half price. Keep in mind that you need to own a weapon workshop in either your Avenger, MOC, or some other properties in order to get those weapons. In terms of free items, you can get the Jock Cranley gold, black, pink, and silver stunt suits for free just for logging in this week, which is awesome. In terms of triple money, we have triple money NRP on the Hunting Pack Remix and normal Hunting Pack Adversary modes, which is awesome. This is one of my favorite adversary modes, and it's a ton of fun to do with friends. Next up, we have triple money NRP on free mode challenges, which is awesome. So for those of you who don't know what these are, some examples are the highest speed challenge or the longest wheelie challenge in free mode, etc. These are a ton of fun to do and pay out pretty well with triple money. In terms of double money, we have double money NRP on transform races, which is awesome. These are a ton of fun to do and pay out pretty well with double money. Moving on to the Prime Gaming discounts for Prime Gaming members only. I will leave instructions in the pinned comment on how to become a Prime Gaming member if you aren't one already. So we have the same ones as last week, which is 80% off the Silvestra. So this car is in the Sports Classics class and is a fun little car to drive and customize, but unfortunately it's nowhere near the top Sports Classics cars in terms of track performance. But again, it's still an awesome car to customize. Next up, we have 35% off the Slam Truck. Now this thing is in the utilities class, but it can actually still be used in races, which is pretty cool. But what's not so cool is that you cannot actually tow vehicles with it, which is quite unfortunate. The best you can do is put a car on there and drive 2 miles an hour, hoping it doesn't fall off. However, if you use it for photo shoots and stuff like that, where it's not moving, and you just put the vehicle on there, I think it's a pretty cool vehicle to have. Moving along, we have 40% off the Manchester Scout. So this bike also released recently and is a pretty fun one to customize and do endless wheelies with, and it's very cheap as well. It's not very fast, but that's not what it's made for. It's mainly made more for off-roading and wheeling, doing stunts and stuff like that. Just an all-round great bike, especially for the price. And lastly, for Prime Gaming, you will continue to get the sonar station upgrade for the Kasaka Submarine for free. I think we're like in the 4th month in a row now that we've been getting it for free every single week, but this upgrade normally costs 1.2 million and getting it for free is pretty awesome, even though I'm sure most of you have gotten it by now. But also don't forget that just for logging in this week as a Prime Gaming member, you'll get a free $200,000, which is pretty cool. Again guys, if you don't see a discount on the Silvestra, Slam Truck, or the Manchester Scout, it's because you don't have your Prime Gaming account linked to your social club. Again, all the information on how to do that is down below in the pinned comment. And lastly, we have of course the RC Bandito time trial, Little Soul Park. This week's normal time trial is LSIA 2. I highly recommend either the Hakachu Drag, Shotaro, or a Batty 801 for that time trial. And this week's premium race is the Muscle Car Race Muscle In. I highly recommend either the Yosemite, Pizwazer Dominator, or a Vapid Click for that race. Every Friday I post a guide on how to easily beat the time trials and premium race, so stay tuned for that if you're new. Anyways guys, hope this was helpful. Overall, this event week is very good in my opinion, with good discounts and good triple/double money opportunities this week as well. Again, they're not the best money opportunities, but I do like the variety. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.